Loving the sunshine, having a fun time. Everything's coming up western when you're here in Reno. In Nevada. Ride and sing just like a cowboy. Together and dance country sweet. Talk to mountains, walk in the valley. Ride like a bird on the wing. On the wing. Come here and you'll see all of its beauty. Come for a wonderful holiday under the sun. Right here in Reno. Reno. Calling to you, stay. Your hand in my hand forever and a day. Live and love there. Never, never go away. Calling to you, stay. Your hand in my hand forever and a day. Live and love there. Never, never go away. Ride and sing just like a cowboy. Together and dance country sweet. Talk to the mountains, walk in the valley. Fly like a bird on the wing. On the wing. La, 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 la. Come here and you'll see all of its beauty. Come for a wonderful holiday under the sun. Right here in Reno. Right here in 1994. Reno!
Welcome to the Coronet Club's 29th annual Evening with the Champions. Next year we will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of our organization, and as we look back and remember what has gone in the past, we tend to look back at those who were there in the beginning and had something to do with how we ended up today. They set the standards for us. And tonight we'd like you to meet some of those ladies. 46 years ago, four sisters from Chicago won our second international championship, and three of them are here with us tonight. And I'd like them to stand so that you can meet them. We have Ruby Johnson, tenor. Irene Bergman, lead, and Harriet St. Ledger, baritone. I'm sorry, she was the bass. Our 1949 Queens of Harmony, the Johnson sisters. The following year, another Chicago foursome won the title, and two of them have remained active in the organization all these years. In fact, one of them went on to become international president, and she's the only one in the organization who's never missed one of our conventions. The other member that we'd like you to meet, you've seen waving the flag at contest for her girls. We'd like you to meet, sitting down here in the pit, Marion Moore, bass. And up here on stage singing with us, Pearl Borg, tenor. Our 1949 Queens of Harmony, the Tune Twisters. These are our grand queens. And now Kay Jensen from the Quarter Notes is going to tell you about another foursome.
It's kind of special tonight. Actually, I wasn't supposed to do this spot. Renee Craig was supposed to, but she lost her voice hollering at us for the last 2 days to shut up and sing. So I have the dubious honor, the most joyful honor, to introduce a quartet, and tonight they're celebrating their 40th year. And it's with great pride that I bring three of them on stage tonight. Help me welcome the 1954 international champions, the Mississippi Misses. Nancy, I remember seeing the Mississippi Misses in their first contest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That was 1953, right?
That's right.
And then you went someplace else after that. Where did you go?
We went to Buffalo, New York.
And what happened?
Well, we won some little pearl crowns
And medals?
and gold medals, those right there.
The Pearl Crowns aren't here, are they?
Well, we've got a couple of them up in the room, and one of them sort of broke soon after.
It isn't what you wear, it's how you won it, right? Now, you were named after the place that you lived in, right?
Well, we lived in Iowa, but where we lived in Iowa was right by a big river called Mississippi.
Hence the name. I know you weren't called the Fort Madison Misses. How big is Fort Madison?
Not very big, about 15 minutes long.
And you managed to get 4 out of the 15 minutes long to form a quartet and sing?
That's
How long
right.
did you sing together?
Well, we were together 6 years total, and we were traveling for 3 of those years, 1953 through 1956. We did over 150 barbershop shows. Now, that was Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday afternoons.
That's stamina. Yeah. That's the old school. You kids think you got it tough, huh? There was one thing that I found out tonight, and I think the audience should know that you had your own plane.
Well, actually, it wasn't ours. We had to charter it because the closest airport was Midway Airport in Chicago, and it was 4 hours by train.
What did you have against Des Moines?
Well, they didn't have a road from Fort Madison to Des Moines.
One of the first of our whole entire organization was a quartet that actually did a song and tap dance routine, right?
Yes.
Who was that?
Well, I think it was us.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I'm so glad I asked the right person, the right question.
Yes, we had the little striped jackets and the straw hats and the canes, and that was our big deal.
And you did a soft
shoe.
That's your cue. Thank you, Nancy. quartet. Absolutely adored them. And I said to myself at that time, boy, there's a quartet with a lot of savvy. And I was right, because in 1976, the next year anyhow, they went to a place called Cincinnati, Ohio, and they won. Help me welcome our champions, High Society.
Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. A quiver, what a mess you're making. The neighbors want to shake. Why I'm always shaking, just like a flivver. Each morning I get up with the sun to find at night no work has been done, or next to none. I know that once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy, unhappy. Won't you take a day off, decide to run along, so we fire off and make it snappy. Oh, how I long to be the girl I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, oh, won't you stop picking on me? Stop picking on me. You see, I got a little rhythm, a rhythm, a rhythm. The bit of pass through my brain. So darn persistent, the day isn't distant when it'll drive me insane. Comes in the morning without any warning and hangs around all day. All day. I'll have to sneak up to it. Someday I'll speak up to it. I hope it listens when I say, fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making. The neighbors want to know why I'm always shaking, just like a flivver. Each morning I wake up with the sun. I start up and never stopping to find at night no work has been done. Nothing's done. That once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take a day off, decide to run along somewhere far away off and make it snappy, snappy, snappy. Oh, how I long to be the girl I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, please listen to my plea. Fascinating rhythm, stop picking on me. Fascinating rhythm, give me a break. Let me be, let me be. For those who fancy coloring books, and lots of people do, here's a new one for you. A most unusual coloring book, the kind you never see. Crayons ready, very well. Begin to color me. Now begin coloring me. These are the eyes that watched him as he walked away. Color them gray. This is the heart that thought he would always be true. Color it These are the arms that held him and touched him, then lost him somehow. Color them empty now. These are the beads I wore until she came between. Color them green. This is the room I sleep in, and walking and weeping and hiding, that nobody sees. Color it lonely, please. This is the man whose love I depended upon. Color him, color him.
Before we sing our farewell song, we have one request to pass along.
We hope you'll act with great propriety and buy a tape from High Society.
Hey pop, say pop, back in 1920 you were swinging it aplenty, you would really raise the devil, rock and revel to the original Dixieland band. Hey Dad, say Dad, take another vitamin and try another item in the capers you were cutting back when you were strutting to the original Dixieland band. Well, you look so dapper with your flapper when the rhythm was born in the cradle of corn on a day that is gone. And we're here to volunteer to try to give it a play like the fellas and the chicks from Dixie. You're hearing everybody say you're one step from Dixieland. Each time you hear a band give out with a one-step beat right now. In a flash you're up on your feet. Hot trumpet and clarinet send you where you want to get with a flare. You're there. The blare of the trombone just seems to carry you one step nearer Dixieland. No, Mr. Leaderman, don't tell me to shut my mouth now while you're playing that song of the South. Jazz that melody, and this very day I'll be on my way. I'm one step from Dixie with a Dixieland, with a Dixieland too. Hey pop, say pop, pay another dime, swear you can say it that way. When the rhythm was born, the cradle was born, and with a flare you're there. The flare of the trombone just seems to carry you one step Dixieland. No, Mr. Leaderman, don't tell me to shut my mouth while you're playing that song of the South. Jazz that melody, and then right this day I'm on my way down south to Dixie. Every time I hear that old trombone play, just hear him play it. Won't you give the boys a hand? You're one step from Dixieland. Everybody's rocking to that band. '83 in Detroit, glad to see you, Detroit, it's been so long.
This next quartet amazes us with their longevity. They won in 1983. Here it is 11 years later. They're still active, they're still singing great, they're still friends, and we're still proud of them. Please welcome Donna, Maureen, Deb, and Janelle, the Melo-Edge.
Overture, curtain lights, this is it, the night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing apart, we know every part by heart. Overture, curtain lights, this is it, we'll hit the heights, and oh what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
Now this is the part of the song where some member of the quartet comes up and says something totally mundane and ridiculous about what's going to happen. So we'll just bypass that part and go on to something else.
Ah, overture, curtain lights, this is it, we'll hit the heights, and oh what heights we'll hit. So on with the show. Through the wide night air for the little dark star on the wind down there, and he stated and promised he'd take special care so it wouldn't get lost no more. Now a man don't mind if the stars grow dim and the clouds roll over and darken him. So long as the Lord God's watching over them, keeping track how it all goes on. Now I've been walking through the night and the day till my eyes get weary and my head turns gray, and sometimes it seems maybe God's gone away, forgetting the promise that we heard him say.
Whoa. Good evening. I know this guy named Jack at work. He's a really nice guy, but he has a difficulty getting dates. Except last weekend he came up to me, on Monday rather, and he said to me, "Oh, Maureen, I had a great time." And I says, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, but I was," what was he? Angry. He was angry. And I said, "Well, what were you angry about, Jack?" And he said, "Well, it was like this." He says, "You see, I met this woman at the bar, and we got along pretty well. We ended up going back to her apartment. And then we went into her bedroom, and you know, and all of a sudden the door opened, and she said, 'Oh, no, it's my husband.' So what was I going to do but I jump out the window? And there I am, hanging stark naked." And I said, "Well, that must have really made you angry, Jack." "No, that's not what made me angry." I says, "Well, then what was it?" And he says, "Well, then I could smell smoke." And he says, all of a sudden, flick, the cigarette goes out the window and burns me right in the head. So there I am, hanging stark naked with a burn mark on my head. And with my pit pad hanging out too. I
realize that's going to be on tape now.
So there I am, hanging stark naked, with a burn mark on my head. And I said, "Well, Jack, that must have really made you angry." And he goes, "No, that didn't make me angry." And I said, "Well, then what happened?" He said, "Well, then," he says, he starts clearing his throat, the husband does, you see. And he goes, and he says, all of a sudden I hear goes, "I got to spit." And all of a sudden, out the window he spits. So there I am, hanging stark naked, with a burn mark on my head and spit on my shoulder. And I said, "Well, that must have really made you angry." He goes, "No, that's not what made me angry." I says, "Well, then what happened, Jack?" He says, "Well, then," he says, the husband says, "I feel thirsty." And all of a sudden I hear a beer can open. And he says to his wife, "This beer is flat." So you would think he'd throw it into the bathroom, right? No, he's got to throw it out the window. And there I am, hanging stark naked, with a burn mark on my head, with spit on my shoulder, and beer down my back. And I said, "Well, Jack, that must have really made you angry." "No, that's not what made me angry." I says, "Well, then what was it, Jack?" And he goes, "Well, there I am, hanging stark naked, with a burn mark on my head, with spit on my shoulder, and beer down my back. And I look down, and I'm 2 inches from the sidewalk."
Your lips are so sweet and tender, and you should know how to put 'em on the other gender. Gotta know now, tell me how'd you learn to kiss like that? How'd you learn to kiss like that? You knocked my head off its socket, knees have gone dead, my blood pressure's rising like a rocket, brains in a whirl, can a girl survive a kiss like that? How'd you learn to kiss like that? You just put my little old heart in a spin. You must have a kick like a blow to the chin, or 90-proof gin. Used to say, "What's there to kissing?" Must have been nuts. Didn't know the fun that I'd been missing till I met you. Tell me, how'd you learn to kiss like that? How'd you learn to kiss like that? Your mouth is great, a deluxe one. Don't make me wait. Pucker up, start turning on the suction. Kiss me and wow, tell me, how'd you learn to kiss like that? How'd you learn to kiss like that? You make other methods of kissing antique. You take the award for your kissing technique. It's leaving me weak. Oh, how your kiss turns me on, I just can't resist. Doesn't matter if you plant one on my lips, cheek, or brow. Tell me, how'd you learn to kiss like? We feel your osculations, really a sensation. A perfect example of bliss is to stand here and sample your kisses. Tell me where, tell me when, tell me how'd you learn to kiss like that? 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 And oh, what heights will it soar? On with the show tonight, tonight. Send your love out to the world, oh yeah. Send your love right from the heart out to the world. Hand in hand, the time is now. We're God's children, we know how. Send your
What was the most memorable gift you've ever received? I received a gift in 1986 I'll never forget. It was not only a gift to me, it was a gift to you as an audience and to our international organization of Sweet Adelines. It was a surprise package, the kind that takes your breath away. It was a musical experience that keeps giving and is truly unsurpassed. I have the privilege tonight to introduce to you our 1986 Queens of Harmony, Ambiance.
I ain't misbehaving, no, I'm saving my love for you, saving my love for you, oh honey. No one to talk with all by myself, no one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you, and you, and you, oh, and you.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if Fat Swallow was alive, he'd stand right here beside us girls and he'd say, girls, you better sing my music right.
But I'm happy
For these people for the very last time, and you better do every bit of it right. And we love each and every one of you, and thank you so much for spending our last Coronet Club with us.
for you,
Well,
like the corner, in the corner, I don't go nowhere. What do I get? Your kisses are worth waiting for. But baby, believe me, I know for certain the one that I love. I'm through with flirting, it's you I am thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you, I'm saving my love for you, da-da-da-da. Like a corner, in a corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. But while we're waiting, looking so good, feeling so bad. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, looking good but feeling bad from grieving over you. Looking good to hide those bitter blues, blues. Weary days and lonely nights, I'm waiting here for you, hoping that my love you won't refuse. Ro-do-do-do-do-do, ro-do-do-do-do, ro-do-do-do-do-do, ra-da-da-da-da-da. Looking good but feeling bad is mighty hard to do when I'm feeling blue and needing you and needing you. Ro-do-do-do-do-do, 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 ra-da-da-da.
If I should take no shot to jump into the ocean, ain't nobody's business if I do. If I go to church on Sunday and pray all day on Monday, ain't nobody's business if I do. Just what I want to anyway, and don't care if they all despise me. But I do my working, come on, dragon, stamp all night ragged. Ain't nobody's business if I do.
Ain't nobody's business if I eat 3 turkey dinners and announce that just beginners. Tain't her business, tain't his business, tain't her business, tain't their business. Tain't nobody's business if I do. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, do you remember the very first time you heard that ain't misbehaving thing? Philadelphia, a lot of us were in Philadelphia in 1986. First time we heard it all the way through, too. And also, there was another first experience that so many of you have shared with us, was in Houston in 1988 when we did Rhapsody in Blue. Well, and you know, I told that arranger guy, David Wright, that does that thing for us, I said, that silly old Rhapsody thing will never sell. What would he know? And so we've had a lot of magical moments that have come on this very stage with this very audience. And a friend of mine, Kenny Hatton, always tells this story on stage with the bluegrass. He says there's 3 kinds of people in this world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what the heck happened. Well, every time we spend an evening with you and we have all this magic around us, we always wonder what happened. And then there's some of those few that sit around and they're kind of amused and they're kind of curious and they watch what's happening. And then there's the rest of you out there that you're what's happening, you're what's it all about. All that excitement and all that love and all that comes from you, it explodes up here on the stage and it surrounds each and every performer that's on this Coronet Club stage every year. And from you, from the love, and of course we also know what you all like because you're very vocal about telling us. And we found in the past couple of years that this next song has become a favorite of yours. It's Steal Away. Steal away. I wanna steal away. Thunder,
you, Jesus. Steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay. Oh, steal
Gee, thanks, Mom. How many are in your quartet? We're asked that very many times. And besides all of you guys, and the four of us, there's the three kings, King David, and King Gary, and King Vern. You know what I mean, Vern? King Vern. And of course, I've been looking for the perfect king for my life, too. All the 8.5 years that we've been together, I've been looking for Mr. Right. And instead, I've just been dating. No, I've been dating Mr. Breathing. Oh, you guys know him, huh? Well, the last guy, just to give you an idea, the last guy that I had this wonderful romance with, his name was Bob, spelled with 2 O's. Also in this wonderful quartet is our road manager, Robbie Pierce, that's traveled with us for the last few years. And the newest member of the road group that goes out with us every weekend was born in March. And she's 7 months old now, and Elizabeth always goes with us. She's been traveling. She's quite the trooper. She can carry more bags than this one ever has. We're pretty excited, and we're going to throw one of the biggest 9th anniversary parties. We're going to throw it in Carnegie Hall on June the 10th, 1995, and you're all invited. And we're throwing this big retirement party, but we're calling it a show. And we're on the show with the Gas House Gang and with the Big Apple Men's Chorus, and we're singing in Carnegie Hall. And for those of you who started with us in Philadelphia and all of those of you who've come along for the ride, please come and help us celebrate our retirement. We're excited about it, and I can tell you are too. Are you at hello? You're nodding off. So anyway, what else would I wanted to tell you in here? Let's see. And so, let's see. And we're going to have a good time. And now that we've retired and all, you're going to, what do we do with our time? Well, we're all going to get out in the organization and straighten the thing up, you know. Oh, boy, I'm in trouble now. And we would love to have you. Each and every one of you, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but Jai George, I can remember what each and every one of you come and tell me and the faces that go with the stories in your lives. And we would like to think that the music that we sing is a mirror for your lives and for ours. And we want to leave you with that reflection, sharp and clear and unclouded, and while you're still listening, with your hearts. Thank you so much.
Who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away soon as it shows. They make 'em cannonball and down the sky, gliding inside riders only just out of on the beach under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle gonna come true. Coming to me could be. You see, there's something about you, haven't I? Have a premonition. Does it be? Does it could? Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock. Open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Come on, something, come on in, don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. There is something, and something great, something's coming soon. Something due any day, I will know right away. It's just out of reach, down the block on the beach, maybe
Walking along, doing the champion. Walking along, doing the champion. Walking along, doing the champion. Doing the champion strut. Champion strut, learn how to do it. The champion strut, there's nothing to it. The champion strut will show the way. You can start with the easy way. One, organize, you won't regret it. Two, harmonize, you won't forget it. Three, improvise, nothing like letting your heart lead you all the way. Doesn't take much, just a little rehearsing to chance it, chance it. All that you need is a little gold medal to dance it, dance it. The champion strut, you got the know-how. The champion strut, sing high, low brow. Champion strut, get set to go now. We're doing the champion strut. Doesn't take much, just a little rehearsing to chance it, chance it. All that you need is a little gold medal to dance it, dance it. The champion strut, you got the know-how. The champion strut, sing high or low brow. Champion strut, get set to go now. We're doing the champion strut, doing the champion strut. Doing the champion strut, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doing the champion strut, yeah.
Good evening. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce a quartet that is very near and dear to the hearts of all who know them. Their love of barbershop, for each other, and for performing is clearly evident to anyone who has ever heard their unique sound and style. Ladies and gentlemen, Panache.
Up it up it up, oh. Trickle, trickle, splash, splash, tell me how long will this rain last? The rain keeps dropping, there ain't no stopping, tell me how long will this rain last? Trickle, trickle, slop, slop, just got to see my sweet hang on. He's there waiting without hesitate, tell me just when this rain will stop. Run to dig my hair to curl, the latest in clothes, well you know I'm sharp as a tack, like a tail-fin Cadillac. Gotta go to the party, yeah. Please lend me your comb. Well, if I can't take it, you know I can't make it. I won't see my baby no more. Trickle, trickle, slop, slop, just got to see my sweet tongue drop. He's there waiting without hesitate. Tell me just when this rain will stop. Hands on flappy, join me. Zap-to-zap-tap, back-a-doo-back-a-doo, ratty-and-the-basso. Ree-doo-ba-doo-dee-doo, bally-ho, said bally-ho. Rid-it, she's a dip-dip, please, a dip, baby, say now. Monday, sweetie, spaniel boy, another soul. Well, if I make that party, man, he should have blown. Gotta go to the party, yeah. Please lend me your comb. Well, if I can't take it, you know I can't make it. I won't see my baby no more. Trickle, trickle, splash, splash, tell me how long will this rain last? The rain keeps dropping, there ain't no stopping. Tell me how long will this rain last? Tell me how long will it last? Yeah!
The one question we've been getting all week is, who's this new bass in Panache? Well, it's the same old me. Well, no, see, old. See, that's the problem word. I took my 3 boys out to lunch a couple of weeks ago. I have 2 11-year-olds and a 15-year-old, and we had a very nice time, talked about a movie, what was going to happen for Halloween, and this very attractive woman came up and said, you know, I just have to compliment you. Your grandchildren are so well behaved. So, John and the boys and I went out, and they dropped me off to get my hair cut. And John took the boys to go get their Halloween costumes. So when they came back, I walked out and I said, well, what do you think? And John gave the generic husband comment, wow. One of the twins said, oh, Mom, you look so beautiful. And the other one went, wow, you look like Elvis.
Da-ba-doo-ba-ba, da-ba-doo-ba-ba, da-ba-ba. Brian, I'm sorry, we're in 2 different keys here.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Da-ba-doo-ba-ba, da-ba-doo-ba-ba, da-ba-ba-ba-doo-ah. Tweedly-doo-ba-da-doo-ah, da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-doo-ah. I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. Oh, I'm just like an apple on a bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. So what's the use? You cooked my goose, you took advantage of me. I'm so bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear, I suffer something awful each time you go, but much worse when you're near, Here I am with all my bridges burned. Now just a babe where you're concerned. So lock the doors and call me yours, 'cause you took advantage of me. Oh, I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, but much worse when you're near, Here I am with all my bridges burned. Now just a babe where you're concerned. So lock the doors and call me yours,
'cause you took advantage of me. Yeah, you took advantage of me. Oh, you took advantage of me. You took advantage of me. You took advantage, you took advantage of me.
Thank you. In 1990, we introduced a new song for us. It was called Someone That I Used to Love. And when I set that song up, I talked about a little boy named Patrick Clayton. Now, Patrick Clayton was my boyfriend in the first grade, and I shared with everyone here that he was a good kisser. Now, when I got home, it dawned on me that I'd shared with 10,000 people that he was a good kisser, and I never told him. So I decided that I had to find him. I called up our elementary school, found out what junior high he went to, and what high school, and college, and graduate school, and he did more than just kiss good, I think. He's now an attorney, and I found him in his office, and I called him up, and I said, "Is this the Patrick Clayton that went to Barton Elementary?" And he said, "Well, yes, it is." "Well, I don't know if you remember me, but my name's Bonnie, and I was your girlfriend in the first grade." And I went on to tell him about Sweet Adelines and the contest and winning, and I shared all this good kissing stuff with all of these people. And I said, "So I just thought that I should call up and share with you." And then he said, "Who is this again?" So this one's for Patrick.
When I wake up each morning trying to find myself, and if I'm ever the least unsure, I always remind myself, though you're someone in this world that I'll always choose to love, from now on you're only someone that I used to love. As for me, it's getting down to the last unspoken part, where you must begin to ease the pain of a broken heart. Tell me, why should I even care if I have to lose your love? From now on, you're only someone that I used to love. It was enough for you, all the love I had to give, all my love, and I did my best to keep you satisfied. I guess you'll never know how much I tried. I really tried. And if ever our paths should cross again, well, you won't find me being the one who gets lost again. Once I had so much to give, but you just refused my love. From now on, you're only someone that I used to love. I wish it was enough for you, all the love I had to give, all my love, and I did my best to keep you satisfied. I guess you'll never know how much I tried. I really tried. When I wake up each morning trying to find myself, and if I'm ever the least unsure, I always remind myself, though you're someone in this world that I'll always choose to love. From now on, you're only someone that I used to love. From now on. lot of gold down here in Texas. There's a whole lot of gold right on the stage. It's been more than just a while. Texas reached out with a smile and showed her Texas hospitality.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you had the privilege of being at the San Antonio Convention, then you truly learned what singing up a storm means. While Swing Street was swinging and singing their way to queendom, on the front of the stage, the entire lighting bar got into the act and was swinging along with them and came crashing down on the backdrop. And they never missed a beat. And that is why we all wear hard hats on the stage now. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out because they're still singing and swinging up a storm. Your 1991 Queens of Harmony, Swing Street.
Gonna be a great day, gonna be a great day, on that great come and get a day. Wanna be fun when worry is done and money is hay. That's the time things will come your way. On that great come and get a day. I'll get my girl that calico gown. I'll get my Betty grown. Last word has come from Gabriel's horn. Beneath the flowers, but now it's yours. Glory time's coming for to stay. On that great come and get a day. Crossing that Jordan River, I want my crown, want my crown. We are crossing that Jordan River, I want my crown, my golden crown on Jordan River. Deep and wide, I'm going back to the other side. We are crossing that Jordan River, I want my crown. In that great again the morning, fare thee well, into that great again the morning, fare thee well, into that great again the morning, fare thee well, into that great again the morning, fare thee well, on that great, come and get a day. Wanna be fun when worry is done and money is hay. Glory time's coming for to stay. On that great, come and get it and keep it and share it. On that great, come and get it day. Come and get it day.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here in Reno. We'd like to pay tribute now to a great form of American music, jazz. Some of you may recognize this next song as the signature song for the Manhattan Transfer. Some of you may wish the Manhattan Transfer were here to sing it, but they're in Manhattan and you're in Reno.
5,000 odd years in Birdland, but I'm still preaching the rhythm. Long enough years in Birdland, and I'm still teaching the rhythm. Here's the melody of the bird, and I'm still feeling the spirit. 5,000 odd years in Birdland, but I know people can hear it. Bird heard it, then played it, well stated. Birdland, it happened down in Birdland. Middle of that hub, I remember one jazz club where we went to pat feet down on 52nd Street. Everybody heard that word that they named it after Bird, where the rhythm swooped and swirled, the jazz corner of the world. And the cats they gigged in there were beyond compare. Birdland, I'm singing Birdland, Birdland, I'm swinging Birdland. Down them stairs, who's them cares? Where? Down in Birdland, total swing. Bob was king there. Down in Birdland, Basie Blue, Lakey too. Yeah, down in Birdland, Cannonball, play that hall. everybody stomp their feet. Everybody digs bebop, and they'll never stop. Birdland, I'm singing Birdland. Birdland, I'll swing at Birdland. Down them stairs, lose them cares. Where? Down in Birdland, total swing. Bob was king there. Down in Birdland, Bird would cook, Max would cares. Down the chair, down in Birdland, Miles came through, train came to tear. Down in Birdland, down in the stairs, lose them cares. Where? Down in Birdland, total swing. Bob was king there. Down in Birdland, Basie Blue, Lakey too, yeah. Down in Birdland, Cannonball, play that hall, yeah. Down in Birdland, yes they did. They made the music down there in Birdland. But up.
Have you ever thought what your life would be like without your quartet or your chorus? Or maybe you've wondered, is there life after Sweet Adelines? Well, we think it might be a nightmare on Swing Street. Back to back, belly to belly, yes, my friends, back to back, belly to belly. I said, huh. It was a zombie jamboree, took place in a New York cemetery. It was a zombie jamboree, took place in a New York cemetery. Zombies from all parts of the island. Some of them were great calypsonians. Since the season was carnival, they got together and back in a shop. They were singing back to back, ooh, belly to belly, while we don't give a darn, 'cause we're stoned out already. Back to back, oh, whoa, belly to belly, it's a zombie jamboree. One female zombie, she wouldn't behave. See how she's dancing out of the grave. In one hand, she's holding a quart of rum. The other hand was knocking a conga drum. You know the lead singer starts to make his rhyme, while the other zombies rocking in time. One bystander, he had this to say: it was a trip to see the zombies break away. Shop! Singing back to back, ooh, belly to belly, while we don't give a darn, 'cause we're stoned dead already. Back to back, come on, belly to belly, it's a zombie jamboree. They were singing back to back, oh, belly to belly, while we don't give a darn, 'cause we're stoned dead already. Back to back, come on, belly to belly, it's a zombie jamboree. Back to back, everyone we sing back to back, then belly to belly, then back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, what a zombie jamboree! From Times Square to the Statue of Liberty, uptown, downtown, zombie jamboree. So, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. There's a high wire zombie between the World Trade, a King Kong zombie on the Empire State, but the biggest zombies Tokyo to Rome. The zombies who call this city home. What they do? Huh. Back to back, belly to belly, while we don't give a darn, 'cause we're stoned dead already. Back to back, whoa, belly to belly, it's a zombie jamboree. We do the limbo. Back to back, belly to belly, while we don't give a darn, 'cause we're stoned dead already. Yeah. Back to back, whoa, belly to belly, it's a zombie. Huh. We said a zombie jamboree, a zombie jamboree. Hey, 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 hey.
name inspired by the haunting majesty of the New York City skyline and its promise of dreams come true. In 1992, they captured crowns and our hearts with their jazzy style, relentless energy, and those intros and tags that brought us out of our seats. Tonight, Nancy, Joe, Sharon, and Jeannie bring to the Coronet Club stage the magic of their music. Ladies and gentlemen, City Lights.
I got a song. I got a song. I got a song to sing. Open the show, set the lights all aglow. Sing a song. Got a song, gotta sing a song. I hear music when I look at you. A beautiful theme of every dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play. I feel it start, then melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this a day, is this a day? I alone ever this lovely strain, I alone ever this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? Beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. Music is sweet, the words are true, the song is you. I alone ever this lovely strain. I alone ever this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing, would sing? Beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. Music is sweet, the words are true, the song is you, is you. I got a song, I've got to sing tonight. Gotta sing, gotta sing tonight.
Well, City Lights has done it. We've searched and searched, and we finally found the Broadway show that is probably the most politically incorrect on Broadway today, and set it to music. Actually, you can't help but fall in love with the wonderful, crazy, zany characters of Guys and Dolls. Okay, you broads, are you ready? I'll meet you at the end.
When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll. When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane. When you see a dame change the shape of her frame, you can bet that she's doing it for some guy. Call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the doll's only doing it for some guy. The doll's only doing it for some guy. Why, it's good old reliable Nathan, 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 Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a
gentlemen see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me, with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the one that you came in with. Luck, be a lady tonight.
And I'll stop, and I'll stare. I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know in my heart. I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop, and I'll stare at that face in the dawn. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a poison can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococcus. Hey, you can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. Stop! Tired of getting that fish eye from the hotel clerk? Knock it off! Jeez. A person can develop a cold. And furthermore, just from stalling and stalling and stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe, la post-nasal drip. With the wheezes, and the sneezes, and the sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old. A person can develop a bad, bad cold.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along. And as I stood and I hollered, someone fade me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat.
People all said, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave washed me overboard. And as I sank and I hollered, someone save me, that's the moment I woke up, praise the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you know he's doing it for some girl.
Our next quartet has been waiting in the wings for many years. They won your hearts and they won our hearts the first time they appeared on the international stage. We've watched them turn cartwheels. We've watched them play Dick Tracy. We've listened to them sing about the barbershopper of Seville. Well, last year they got it all together and they sang and they won. And I'm proud to introduce to you your 1994 Queens of Harmony, Showtime!
Welcome to Reno Convention 94. The contest is beginning and we judges are assembled in our places, eagerly awaiting with anticipation on our face. Contestant one was out on stage and oh, what a great delight. Ooh, they're really tight, ringing coins consistently in tune. I could do this all night. Contestant two is wonderful with resonating voices rich and full. Number three is singing so together they're filled with glee. Then 4 and 5 just come alive. What great choreography, clever as it can be. 6 to 10 just reinforce again what a day this will be. Bring 'em on, keep 'em coming, take all day. We have so many things to say. We'll not hurry, take all the time we need. Wouldn't want to rush to choosing our new God Save Our Queen. Thank goodness we're taking a break. I've been sitting so long that my back aches. Which way to the ladies' room, please? Will someone bring me a Whopper with cheese? My hands cramp from riding so much, and just think there's still 38 to judge. But now we must all take our place, can get behind. Looks like it's time to start the session. No one loves you any better than your devil and wine. What was that? Do I love you? Am I do I did I do I did I love you? Love you, love you. No, we don't. Will it be me, 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 me? Oh no, 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 not this time. World ends gold, 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 gold. No gold for you. I do not think so. Mistake to sing mistakes. Now I'm so tired of me. And if I kiss me one more time, I'm gonna pull my hair out to it, and say goodbye. I've lost all my love for you. You're nobody's sweetheart now. Last night was the end of the world. I'm sorry I made you cry. I'm afraid the masquerade is over. She'll take my place when it's gone. You cannot cheat, we must repeat through your I'll just make up some scores. Session 2 is over and we're free for half an hour. 30 minutes, whoop-dee-doo. How about you go back to the room and take a long shower? Nice and steamy, that would do. How I fantasize about my comfy robe and warm and woolen slippers. And a fluffy pillow would be so divine to catch a couple's ears. Not a pounding, throbbing headache, muscles that I didn't know I had ache. Let's start the final session, get it over with. Go on, impress us.
a dynamic plan. Have you heard of target vows? Bowling leagues are forming now. Here's a new word, finesse. Couldn't learn the right notes, so you guessed. And now the quartet we've been waiting for. Our favorite one, the final one, the last contestant. Hallelujah, hallelujah. They left the stage, oh boy. Now I think we understand just why they call this area. The pitch judging's not easy, not one bit, so we'll just stick with our quartet. We'll see you all again, same time. You don't have to root for Showtime next year.
I cannot tell you how in awe we are to be here this evening. We have watched and admired the Coronet ladies for many years and dreamed and hoped and prayed and pleaded and begged and all that stuff and wanted to be here really, really badly, and we're so thrilled to be here now. Last year, we also did a song all about the Queens of Harmony, and we thought it would be appropriate to bring that back tonight also, since we're amongst all the queens. And we're even more excited because this year, we get to be in the song. And Gina's the clever one, and she did all the words for this, so we're excited to hear what she has for us at the end of the song. And we kept asking her what it was, and she kept saying, don't worry, it's gonna be great. So we're looking forward to the end just as much as you hopefully are. And here they are, the Queens of Harmony.
In 1947, the Decaturets were our first queens, and then the Johnson sisters came along to share the royal scene. The Gingers was in 49, the Harmony Bells and Quarter Notes, reached by boys in 52, with Crown went on the Florida coast. The Big Four came along and shared with everyone their wondrous songs. Nancy Buckman won a crown with Mississippi Mrs. South. In 55, the Nota Bells and Junior Misses who were teens. And then 57, the quartet we call the Queen of Queens. How I still get chills each time I listen to the Cracker Jill. The Sweet Adelines and Yankee Mrs. Gibson goes in lyrics, and Sweet Adelines and Heather Jones, no Cracker Sweets and Shalimars. Piper Reds and then Hurricane Honey's way adore Ruth and Nancy March and Iris Cinderella Queens from Florida.
Okay, I got a joke for you. How many queens does it take to change a light bulb? Give up? 7. 1 to change the bulb. 4 to sing about how they used to do it in Dixie. And 2 to plan the afterglow.
Gayla Jones and Metropolitans were Onyx Queens and Line. Melo won a crown with Rarities. It was her second time. The Bronzes with Edition, Tiffany's and Sounds of Music. Then from Elvis for High Society. And then the Shondells, Tetracords and Hallmarks. And then Betty Tracy's Pinafores. Our teeny weeny Queenies, All-Star Jubilee in 81. Music Gallery and Melo-Edge when they finally won. Forward for the show and jubilation, one and only Ambiance. We're in awe of Ambiance, they only came to contest once. Ginger just became a queen the year we went to Waikiki. And Howie to Miss Tippy, who with Savvy was our next new queen. Growing girls from Sweden and Panache in 1990. The next year we had Swing Street and now city lights are shining. These are all of our queens right up through 1992. Here it is. La 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 Showtime 2. That's all.
Thank you very much. We have had a wonderful time being here this evening, and Tuesday night, for those of you who were at Showcase, you learned about our wonderful little mom that's amongst us, and she doesn't really look 8 months pregnant, but as of tomorrow, she will be 8 months pregnant. Isn't that wonderful? She's doing great. Yay, Dana.
She says she never knows when or where it's going to happen, but the baby has a great sense of humor that lots of times when she's singing, he or she just decides to use his little feet on her diaphragm muscle as a trampoline and just push on it whenever he wants to. So everybody take a deep, healthy breath for Dana. Thank you. Thank you so much. We all feel better now. You know, these last few years that we have been coming to contests and competing, several things have gotten us through lots of tough times and lots of good times. One of those things is the support and love from all the audience members and all our friends and family. Another thing is our sense of humor, which hopefully we've shared a little bit with you tonight. And the final and most important thing is our faith that our real strength comes from up above.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. It could all end tomorrow, and where would I be? Does life go on, or will it be the end of me? Seems a bit unfair to think that all I've learned and done belongs to no one, no one. Maybe I'm a pessimist, then maybe I'm not. One thing that I like to know is what I've got. I don't want a miracle or to see you in the air, but are you up there? Up there? Are you everywhere? Up there? Do you really care? Up there? Are you up there? Are you there? Are you really, really there? Are you up there? Are you there? Are you really, really there? Are you up there? Are you there? I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the grave somewhere hears every word. Are you up there? Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, just a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why. I believe every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why. I believe Jesus loves me, this I know. I believe
With the singing of the Coronet Waltz, the Coronet Club proudly welcomes Showtime.
We dedicate and sing this song to all of you, the Coronet Waltz of the year. We welcome you to sing along the golden new. In harmony we love to hear and hold so dear. These memories will last a lifetime. The coronets are proud to be 1 year Ba-da-ba-da, we got here right on time. Ba-da-ba-da, to spread the good news. Ba-da-ba-da, get set, go. Here's the story. Put your hands together, let the love come through. Ba-da-ba-da, put your hands together, let it shine from you. Keep saying all things beautiful are there for you and me. Put your hands together, live in harmony. We're talking better times, ba-da-ba-da, we're talking happy. Every day is just a day like one that went before. So be the one to change it into something so much more. If you keep on believing that the difference can be you, just open up your loving heart and here's a way that you can start now. Put your hands together, let the love come through. Da-ba-da-ba-da, put your